Hey friends, wanted to hop in and talk to you a little bit about the Dear Santa letter that you have been asked to write. So I'm excited. I hope you're excited too. This is in the new packet. Whenever mom or dad or someone gets up here to pick it up, today maybe, or over the Thanksgiving break possibly, or the Monday after Thanksgiving when the packet starts, you're going to see this note about the Santa letter. And hopefully you've been thinking about it over Thanksgiving break. And then you will also see this paper in there. It says Dear Santa. So it has a starting point for us and a little bit of help. You can change it if you want, but this stationery is what I provided. And on the back, you will see this little letter guide, a little reminder of the parts of a letter that we studied earlier in the year. Okay, so just want to talk to you about, and there's also going to be an envelope as well as a booklet for you to practice your handwriting. Okay, we need to get really good at our handwriting. I'm not seeing the best work always. I want to see your work, not mom's or dad's or someone else's. I need to see what you're learning as a second grader. So I want to encourage you to trace and follow the steps of forming the letters. Make sure you put your name, and then practice making several letters yourself for each one of these. There are 26 letters in the alphabet, so if you do just one a day or two a day, you'll have, or one full page a day, 2 letters a day, it would be like 12 days. So you would have this done in no time, for sure, before Christmas comes, okay? So I just want to talk to you a little bit about the parts of a letter. So if we remember the parts of a letter, here's an example of a little letter, a little note. There's always a date. And remember, we write it completely out. And then we write dear to whomever we're writing to. And that is already on your stationery. It says Dear Santa. And then we indent that first line. If you remember that, we talked about that earlier in the year when we wrote that letter to a friend. I love winter. Where do you live? I built a snowman last year. It wore mittens. Where do you go on vacation? This is what we call the body part of a letter. And then there's always the closing, and that's where we sign off in some way. We have some kind of salutation. We say sincerely yours truly, your friend. And then right underneath it, directly underneath it, we put the name, our name, okay? So our signature or our sign off, okay? So if you look on the back of the stationery I provided, you will see a little gingerbread boy and asking you to trace those parts to remind you that you need a heading, you need a date. So on your stationery, you will write the date that you're writing your letter and going to send it to Santa. And then the greeting, you'll write the greeting, which is Dear Santa, and it's already there for you, so you just have to trace it. So we need a date. Some of you will write November 30th. If you picked your packet up before Thanksgiving, some of you might write a date over Thanksgiving, depending on when you write your letter. We need to have the letters by next Wednesday. There's going to be an envelope in the second grade bin for you to turn your letters in, and then someone is coming from Leader News to pick them up. So you're going to indent, okay? Your first sentence will begin right underneath Santa, okay? Dear Santa, what would you say to start the letter, to start your body? We're going to talk about that, but that main part is your body. And then, of course, your closing, and they've already provided the word sincerely in a little bit longer space. I wish this was over here because it really should be right underneath sincerely, but we're going to take this and put our names there, okay? And remember to include your teacher's name on the envelope or your grade at least, okay? So down here, there's a sentence that starts, this year I would like, and a place for you to maybe list 2 or 3 things that you would like Santa to bring you. So what are you going to write up here? What would be some possible things that you could write up in the body. What might you say to Santa? You could talk about how you have been good, maybe how you have helped mom, or maybe how hard you've been working in school. Okay. So that's just a couple brainstorming ideas. And you might want to brainstorm with uh, mom or dad or something about the ideas about being good, about doing your schoolwork. You could let him know that. Remember, you're trying to persuade Santa to bring you something, bring you what you want. So you want to remind him of the reasons why you deserve these presents you're going to ask for. So doing schoolwork, maybe helping around the house, maybe helping grandma or mom wash the dishes, or dad mow the yard, or maybe taking out the trash, or taking care of your pets. Okay. So these are some possible things you could write about in this first couple of lines, okay? And you could tell them, tell Santa what are some reasons why he should consider bringing you the things that you're going to ask for down in the bottom part, okay? So those are some possible ideas. Mom or dad might be able to help you think of some other ideas, but you want to write about, Dear Santa, I have been very good this year. I am working hard in school, okay? So I'm just gonna, I, oops, I wrote future tense. I'm talking past tense, right? I have been very good this year. I am working hard on my school work. You could maybe say packets, since we're using packets now. And then talk about maybe how you've helped somebody, help your mom, or help around the house, help your little sister, or take care of some your pets, you know. And some of you might even thank Santa for maybe something that he brought you last year for Christmas. Thank you for something that you've really enjoyed all year. So you could even maybe say something like that on here. Um, so I have helped Dad mow the lawn. And then you could say, thank you for the Xbox you gave me last year, or the DS. And then, so after you thank them, Xbox, DS, I'm not sure, maybe DS is old. Everybody has an Xbox now. Then you could write, this year I would like. Make sure you trace over those letters and trace over these letters. And like I said, make sure you put your date up here. I'm just going to write November 30th. Have to squeeze it in there. It didn't quite fit all of it. Okay, November 30th. And then you're going to finish writing. Okay, so I know you're going to do a great job, and Santa's going to enjoy getting your letters. Remember, they're due next Wednesday. And remember, be practicing your very best handwriting in your handwriting booklet, okay? In January, we may start learning some cursive, but before we can learn cursive, we want to make sure that we have our handwriting down very neatly. Talk to you soon, boys and girls. Bye-bye.